Hello everyone. In the previous video, we have studied about the concept of the raw data series as well as the conversion of raw data into statistical series, under which we studied about the various types of statistical series, and among that were the individual series, frequency distribution series. Under frequency distribution series, there were further two kinds of series, that is the discrete or frequency array, and the second one is the frequency distribution series. And along with that, we studied about the various terms related to the series. So in today's video, we will come to know about how a raw data is converted into various types of statistical series. So this is the raw data given, in which the data is given about 25 students who secured the following marks you can see in subject statistics. So firstly, what we have to do, we will convert this raw data into individual series. And as we know, in individual series, we can arrange the data in three manner. The first one is the alphabetical order. The third one is in the form of serial numbers, and the third one is in ascending or descending order. So now I am going to follow the ascending or descending order method. So what I will do is to convert this collected data. Now you must be thinking that how this data has been collected. I have randomly taken the data from a class of 25 students and asked them about their marks secured in statistics. Maybe I wanted to collect the information about how many students have actually given the statistics exam or not, or how many students have secured above 40 marks, how many students have secured marks from 50 to 60. Like this kind of information I might want to get. I might want this kind of information. So for this, I need to convert this raw data into the statistical series. So firstly, I will convert this given data into the individual series. Now you can see over here that how I have converted the raw data into the individual series, or how I have organized the data given. Basically, we are doing the chapter organization of data, in which we must know that how to organize the data. So this was the raw data given to us of 25 students. We have to organize this given data. Firstly, I have organized into the individual series. I have organized on the basis of ascending as well as the descending order. In ascending order, what I have done is I have taken the lowest value, that is 23. So 23 यहाँ पे लिख लिया. उसके बाद 28 आएगा. Then will come 30, 35. Now you must notice over here that 35 is given 5 times. So I will write 35 5 times over here. After that comes 40. 40 के बाद क्या आएगा ascending order में? 41. Then comes 43. Like this I have written each and every item in ascending order. And in this case I have written in descending order. What you have to do only in one manner, either in ascending or in descending order. So this is the इंडिविजुअल सीरीज. अब ये चीज़ भी आपको ध्यान रखनी है, अगर 35 5 टाइम्स है देन यू हैव टू राइट 35 5 टाइम्स ओनली, नॉट ओनली सिंगल टाइम. You can see over here is that this method of individual series is very much simple, but when we are having large data, or you can say the number of items is very large. So in that case, we have to follow the other form of series, that is the frequency series, in which we will write about the frequencies. एंड ये देखने के लिए कि आपकी कोई आइटम यहाँ पे मिस नहीं होगी, वॉट यू हैव टू डू इज ओवर हेयर इन द क्वेश्चन itself it is given that there are 25 students, that is the data which we have collected is related to the 25 students. So what you can do over here is you can count the number of items you have recorded. If it is equal to 25, then no item is being missed over here. So this is how you can check that no item is being missed by you over here. Now what I will do is convert the given data into the second series, that is discrete series or the frequency array series. Now you can see over here what I have done is I have made a table in which I have made 3 columns. In the first column I will write down the marks. In the second column I will write down the telebars. And in the third column I will write down the frequency. And what is frequency? We have already done that in the terms, that is it is the number of items number of times an item occurs or repeats itself in the series is known as the frequency. And about the telebars also we have studied that it is a form of numeral used for counting or keeping track of numbers in a group of 5. Those who haven't watched the previous video, firstly you must go through the previous video, only then you will be able to understand these terms. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to mark the telebars and frequency. So now you will come to know about that how these telebars are marked. Firstly, the first marks is 23. You will see over here that how many times 23 is occurring. It is occurring only one time. So what you will do over here is you will mark 1 over here. Under frequency also we will mark 1 over here. Now we will see 28 कितने times आ रहा है in the case of the data given. 28 is also coming one time only, so we will mark under the telebar 1 and along with that under frequency also 1. Similarly we will mark about the other items like 30. The next marks is 30. Now this will tell us that how many students have scored 30 marks. Basically this telebars as well as the frequency is telling that कितने students हैं जिनके marks 23, 28, 30 या 35 and so on आए हैं in the test. So in case of 30, that is how many students have scored 30 marks, you can see over here that only one student has scored 30 marks. So under the telebars also we will mark 1 over here, and similarly in case of frequency also 1 will be marked. Now the next one is 35. Now we will see कितने students हैं जिनके 35 marks आए हैं. You can count over here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That is 5 students are there who have scored 35 marks. So in the telebars how we will mark is, look towards it, it is very important, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and fifth line will be marked like this, which will cross the 4 lines. Now this telebar is indicating that 5 students ऐसे हैं जिनके marks 35 आए हैं. So frequency over here will be 5. I hope you are clear. In case यहाँ पे 6 होते, that is there would have been 6 students who have scored 35 marks. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या करते हैं, after 5 what we will mark over here, 1 more line. So यहाँ पे frequency कितनी आनी थी, 6 आनी थी. So that is why this telebar method is also known as 4 and cross method. In case यहाँ पे 7 students होते जिनके 35 marks आते, तो उस केस में हमने यहाँ पे एक और लाइन मार्क कर देनी थी, that is 5 plus 2 equals to 7, और यहाँ पे frequency भी 7 आ जानी थी. I hope this is clear to you. Now similarly we will mark the telebars as well as the frequency according to the number of students who have scored the particular marks which is given in a series. So you can see over here I have marked the telebars as well as the frequency of the marks given. You can see over here all the marks have been recorded along with the telebars as well as the frequencies. Now how you can check your result over here is by doing the total of this. What you will write over here is total. Now you will count the frequencies, or you will do the total of the frequencies, that is 2 plus 1 3, then 4 5, 5 and 2 7, 8 9 10 11, 11 plus 2 is 13, 14 15 16 17, 17 and 5 is 22, 23 24 and 25. From this we came to know that जो हमने डाटा कलेक्ट करा था वो भी 25 स्टूडेंट्स का करा था, और जो हमने इन केस ऑफ डिस्क्रीट और फ्रीक्वेंसी एरे सीरीज रिकॉर्ड करा है उसमें भी जो हमारी टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी आ रही है दैट इज़ कमिंग आउट टू बी 25, विच मीन्स दैट हमने कोई भी आइटम मिस नहीं करी है. वी हैव रिकॉर्डेड आवर डाटा इन अ करेक्ट मैनर. सो देयरफॉर यू कैन ऑल्सो टैली योर series or the data which you have marked by doing the total of the frequencies given. So इससे आपको ये भी पता चल जाएगा that कितने students हैं जिनके 23 marks आए हैं, कितने students हैं जिनके 28 marks आए हैं. Similarly you can look through all the marks and the frequencies accordingly. So what you will do now is you will mark the total of the frequencies over here, that is 25, which shows that there were the number of students were 25 whose data has been collected by us. So this was all about the discrete or the frequency array series. Now I will show you that how the given data will be converted into the frequency distribution series, in which we will make the class intervals. Now you can see over here is that in the frequency distribution series, I have divided the data into three parts, that is, or you can say I have make three columns. In the first column I have write down the marks, in the second one telebars, and in the third one is the frequency. A frequency distribution series में क्या होता है, we used to make the class intervals. जैसे मैंने मार्क्स से class intervals बनाए हैं, the first interval I have made is 20 to 30. अब इस केस में मैं क्या करूँगी, now firstly you must know that this series is also known as continuous series. अब इसको continuous series क्यों कहा जाता है, like you can see over here, फर्स्ट जो इंटरवल है उसमें 20 to 30 जितने भी बच्चों के मार्क्स आए हैं, we will mark over here, that is in the frequency and the telebars. This column is optional in case of frequency distribution series. It is not compulsory to make this column also. So जो हमारे पास डाटा गिवन है उसमें हम देखेंगे कितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनके 20 से लेके 30 तक मार्क्स आए हैं. बट वन कन्फ्यूजन ओवर हेयर इज़ दैट ऑल्सो कि अब ये जो 30 है इसको ये वाली क्लास में लिया जाएगा या फिर ये वाली क्लास में लिया जाएगा, दैट इज़ इन 20 to 30 और इन 30 to 40. नाउ टू solve this confusion, what has been done is, it is a convention you can say, or you can say a rule of thumb, that this 30 will be included in the lower limit, that is it will be included in the class 30 to 40. so इसलिए जो 20 to 29 होंगी items वो सिर्फ आएंगी इस वाली क्लास में. this 30 will be included in the next class, that is 30 to 40, or you can say in the lower limit. The upper limit of a particular class is not included in case it is a continuous series. अब जैसे if there is 60, so 60 will be marked in 50 to 60 or 60 to 70. It will be marked in 60 to 70, that is in the lower limit. But in case in the question itself the intervals are given and it is only up to 50 and 50 to 60, that is 60 to 70 इंटरवल क्वेश्चन में नहीं है, then what you will do is 60 जो है वो भी इसी क्लास इंटरवल में इंक्लूड हो जाएगा. So let's do this illustration that will make it more clear. So firstly हम डाटा में क्या देखेंगे, कितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनके 20 to 30 मार्क्स आए हैं. You can see in this individual series. अब देखो 20 to 30 कितने स्टूडेंट्स के मार्क्स है, that is 23 1, after that is 28. There are only 2 students because ये 30 जो है वो तो हमने नेक्स्ट इंटरवल में इंक्लूड करना है. So over here the frequency from 20 to 30 will be only 2. You can see this from the discrete or frequency array series also, that कितने students हैं जिनके 20 to 30 marks हैं, that is only 2 students are there. So you will mark 2 in front of 20 to 30. So what I will do over here is, under the tally bars I will mark 1 and 2 bars, and under frequency I will write down 2. Now I will see how many students are there who have scored marks from 30 to 40. Now I will see in the individual or the discrete series. अब देखो यहाँ पे कितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनके 30 to 40 मार्क्स आए. यू कैन काउंट ओवर हेयर इज 1 2 3 4 5 6. Only 6 are there because 40 will be included in the next class interval. So how many students will come under the class interval 30 to 40 is 6. So what we will do over here is, we will mark the tally bars as 6, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, and under the frequency we will write down 6. Similarly we will mark the next class intervals and the frequencies also. Like you can see over here I have organized the data into frequency distribution series as the marks, telebars and frequency. You can see from 40 to 50 there are 8 students who have scored 40 to 50 marks. So frequency के अंदर मैंने 8 लिख दिया, और telebars में 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. The fifth will be counted as this cross. Similarly under 50 to 60 there are 7 students, so I will mark 1 2 3 4 and 5 6 and 7. So this is how we will organize the data into frequency distribution series. अब इस केस में भी हम चेक कर सकते हैं दैट हमारी कोई आइटम मिस तो नहीं हो गई. So what we will do over here is, again we will write the total, and over here we will do the total of the frequencies given, that is 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 plus 8 16, 16 plus 7 is equal to 23, 23 प्लस 2 इज़ इक्वल टू 25 ओवर हेयर। जो हमने डाटा कलेक्ट करा था वो भी 25 स्टूडेंट्स का करा था, और यहाँ पे भी जो फ्रीक्वेंसी का टोटल आया दैट केम आउट टू बी 25, विच मीन्स द डाटा वी हैव कलेक्टेड इज करेक्ट, वी हैवंट मिस्ड एनी आइटम. So this was all about the frequency distribution series. Now over here you must note the difference between the frequency distribution and frequency array. Now in case of frequency array series what we have done is, जो हमने x variable, अब उसमें variable क्या था, marks, we have taken the variable over here as marks. Clear? जो अब हमारा x variable है that is marks, इसमें जो हमने marks show करे हैं we have shown as discrete variable. एंड डिस्क्रीट वेरिएबल के बारे में हम पहले ही पढ़ चुके हैं, लाइक अंडर द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ वेरिएबल, दैट इज हम सिंगल आइटम्स के थ्रू इसको रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. बट इन केस ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सीरीज वी टेक दिस इन अ रेंज ऑफ वैल्यूज़, दैट इज़ हम इसमें क्लास इंटरवल्स को कंसिडर करते हैं, डिस्क्रीट वैल्यूज़ को कंसिडर नहीं करते हैं. दैट इज़ वी आर टेकिंग अ रेंज ऑफ वैल्यूज़ दैट में लाई फ्रॉम 20 to 30, देन इज 30 to 40. द ओनली डिफरेंस लाइज ओवर here is only between the range of values in the frequency distribution series, and in case of frequency array or discrete series we take only the discrete values, that is the single values only. Now I will explain you the various terms related to the frequency distribution series. The first term is the class. अब क्लास क्या होती है, जो मैंने क्लासेस में डिवाइड करा इस डाटा को, दैट इज़ 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, these are the classes. The next term was the class limits. अब class limit क्या होता है, class limit includes the lower limit or the upper limit of a class, or you can say the extreme values of a class. अगर मैं बात करूँ 20 to 30 की, इसमें lower limit क्या है 20 and 30 is the upper limit. Similarly in the next interval 30 is the lower limit and 40 is the upper limit. So this refers to the class limits or the extreme values of a class. Next is the magnitude of a class interval, और you can say the width of a class interval. अब ये किस तरह से कैलकुलेट करी जाती है, जो मैग्नीट्यूड होती है वी कैलकुलेट एज अपर लिमिट माइनस लोअर लिमिट. लाइक इन द फर्स्ट क्लास द अपर लिमिट इज 30 एंड लोअर लिमिट इज 20. सो अब मैं 30 में से 20 माइनस कर दूंगी, आई विल गेट 10. सो व्हाट इज 10? 10 is the magnitude of a class interval. Similarly हम किसी भी class interval का magnitude निकाल सकते हैं by subtracting the lower limit of a class from the upper limit. The next term is mid value. अब हम mid value किस तरह से calculate कर सकते हैं? The formula for calculating the mid value is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So in the first class interval the mid value will be 20 plus 30 divided by 2, which is equal to 50 by 2, that comes out to be 25. So mid value of this interval is 25. Now if we want to calculate the mid value of, you can say 60 to 70. So किस तरह से calculate करेंगे हम, 60 plus 70 divided by 2, which is equal to 130 by 2, that is 65. So mid value over here is 65. Similarly, we can calculate the mid value of any of the class interval. The next term is the range. How do we calculate the range? It was defined as the difference between the upper limit of the last class interval and the lower limit of the first class interval. और आप इसको इस तरह से भी define कर सकते हो, that is the difference between the highest and the lowest value of a series. So the highest value of the series is 70 and the lowest value of the series is 20. So the range of the series is, that is R comes out to be 70 minus 20 equals to 50 over here. I hope it is understood to all of you. And one more thing, the magnitude of a class is also known as the size of the class. जो हम magnitude निकालते हैं class का, this one, इसको हम size of the class भी कहते हैं, जो हम calculate करते हैं upper limit minus lower limit, that is 30 minus 20 equals to 10. Now you can calculate the size of the class through this range also. अब वो किस तरह से, पहले हम range calculate करेंगे, अब इस रेंज को हम डिवाइड कर देंगे बाय द नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस गिवन. अब यहाँ पे रेंज कितनी आई है हमारे पास 50, दैट इज 70 माइनस 20, that is subtracting the highest value of the series from the lowest value, or the upper limit of the last class interval and the lower limit of the first class interval, and it came out to be 50. अब हम साइज किस तरह से कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं, दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 50 अपॉन n रेफर्स टू नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस. अब यहाँ पे काउंट करो कितनी नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस हैं, दैट इज 1 2 3 4 एंड 5 नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस आर देयर. सो 50/5 इक्वल्स टू 10. अभी दोनों आंसर हमारे मैच कर गए. सो देयरफॉर यू कैन कैलकुलेट द साइज ऑफ अ क्लास or magnitude of a class or width of a class by these two formulas. This is the simplest formula which you can use for calculating the size or magnitude of a class interval. So this was all about our types of series or types of statistical series, and I hope you are clear with how we can convert the raw data into the statistical series. In the next video we will study about the types of frequency distribution. अभी जो हमने frequency distribution या फिर continuous series करी है, इसके आगे further 5 types हैं जो हम करेंगे in our next video. So this was all about our today's video. Thank you so much.